High above the clouds, there was a beautiful place called Glory Fairyland. The skies sparkled, flowers giggled softly, and fairies flew with joy. In the center of this magical world lived the kind and graceful Queen Elora, the most loved fairy of all. Queen Elora's birthday was coming. She wanted this birthday to be the most special, not just for herself, but for her whole kingdom. So she made a royal announcement. Whoever brings me the most magical and beautiful dress will be rewarded with glowing fairy wings and great honor. All of Fairyland was filled with excitement. Far away in a soft pink cloud, there lived a gentle and creative fairy named Diyaam. She had a small dress boutique where she made pretty gowns using fairy flowers, moonlight threads, and shiny dust. When Diyaam heard about the queen's wish, she smiled and said, "I want to create something very special, a dress full of magic, dreams, and meaning." But Diyaam knew she needed help, so she thought of her best friend. Diyaam lived on Earth and was a kind human girl who loved designing dresses. Diyaam will help me. Together, we'll make a dress no one has ever seen before. Diyaam whispered to the sky, "Diyaam will continue design a better and loving this money." Diyaam was surprised and so happy to see Diyaam again. Diyaam nodded and the two friends held hands. "Let's make a dress together," said Ziyaam, "one that shows the love between Earth and Fairyland." Diyaam nodded and the two friends held hands. They flew back to the clouds, ready to create magic. In Diyaam's secret boutique, they worked day and night. They used threads from midnight stars, dream rivers, rainbow pearls from dream rivers, petals that bloom only when hearts are true. They added a very special touch, a color-changing glow, so the dress would change colors every moment with the wearer's emotions. The dress had a flowing skirt with layers of glowing fabric, delicate embroidery of stars, feathers, and tiny magical flowers.
Niyat day of Queen birthday come. Queen Elora stood in front of her glowing mirror. She had just worn the magical dress made by Diyaam and Ziyaam. As she looked at herself, her eyes sparkled. She softly smiled and thought, "I look so beautiful tonight. This dress feels full of love." Finally, in birthday night, it wasn't a huge or loud party. It was a warm and lovely gathering of fairies. The golden hall was filled with soft lights, fairy lanterns, and music made by glowing instruments. Everyone was enjoying the moment, peacefully and happily. All the fairies had come in their most beautiful dresses. Some were dancing gently, some were eating delicious fairy cakes, and others were sipping sparkling flower drinks. Laughter filled the air. Colorful butterflies flew between the guests, and flower petals floated like snow. When Queen Elora entered, the room became silent for a second. Every fairy turned and looked at her with awe. "She looks like a dream," whispered one fairy. "That dress! It's magic," said another. But the queen just smiled humbly and walked over to Diyaam and Ziyaam, who stood nearby. This dress is not just beautiful, it holds your hearts inside it. I'm so proud of you both. She held their hands and said warmly. Then she gave them each a glowing fairy gift, a golden charm of friendship and honor. It was a night to remember, not because it was grand, but because it was full of kindness, dreams, and magic shared between hearts. Diyaam, from today, you are the fairy of creative light, and Ziyaam, you are now the royal dream designer of fairyland. She gave each of them glowing wings, soft and bright like moonlight. The magic of the dress lives on. Now the dress is kept safely in the royal hall. It still glows, reminding everyone of a powerful truth. When hearts from different worlds come together with love, they create magic that never fades. Moral of the story: true beauty comes from kindness, dreams, and friendship. That's the magic that shines the brightest.